Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into the 6th Summer 2024 update from GavsWeatherVids. So here we go again, it's time to bring you another summer update. We're about halfway through our season of summer updates now. We are releasing the GavsWeatherVids Summer 2024 forecast on Sunday, 26th of May. So we're not quite at business end of the updates yet, but we are getting closer towards the business end. Anyway, I should get on with the 6th summer update for you in a moment. Just say that first. I'm merely saying, was our 6 AM UK weather forecast, and we should be live at 6 PM with your 10 to 14 there, and that will of course include all of the regular features as well, because it's Sunday, some long range. We're going to do some long range on a Sunday, haven't we? So that's all to come later on today at 6 PM. I shall see you live there. Please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos, live streams and content. Thank you so much everybody for doing that, and thank you so to Richard for our amazing summer updates gift number 2. Thank you so much. I love it, 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 love it. Thank you so much, Rich, for our summer updates gift. And this is based on a Shrine Brewing photo, so thank you so much to Shrine as well for the amazing picture and the gift that Richard was able to take from that. So thank you so much. So hashtag Team Gav. As always, I've always nearly went there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's crack on with your 6th summer update. This one's going to be a bit different, actually. Now, this is kind of like a follow-on. Everyone remembers the summer update we did last year that was looking for looking at summers following hydrological droughts. You remember that one? Quite interesting. So last we did that, the heavens open, haven't stopped. Anyway, this one is looking at summers following exceptionally wet 18-month periods. So, let's have a look at that, mate. It's a bit of a Shrine special, this one. Oh, this is it. This is the table Shrine got together for us. So, just look at how phenomenally wet it has been over the past 18 months. So from September 2022 to February 2024, we have achieved for England and Wales precipitation an incredible 1,907.8 millimetres. We're at the top of the table there for the 18 months from September 2022 to February 2024, after being drought broke of the summer, of course, of 2022. Behind that, we've got 2019 to 2021. That had 18,862.3 millimetres. We've also got the exceptionally wet period from August 1999 to January 2001 mixed in, and also September 2000, February 2002 in there as well. So there is an overlap period. Shrine has noted does not include overlaps, with one exception, which is 1999-2002. That whole period was just predominantly wet. You notice the green colour, so Shrine has added on the table years that we won't be using for this summer update in terms of our analogues, but still of interest. We've got August 1876 to January 1878, which had 1,814.2 millimetres. Then we've got Nightland. I found this really shocking that this is included. We've got September 1994 to February 1996. So that does actually include that, and that had 1,789.6 millimetres of rain in that 18-month period, and that does actually include, unbelievably, the long hot drought summer of 1995. But of course, autumn and winter 94 to 95 was exceptionally wet, and then we also had quite a wet winter for 95, 96 actually, and autumn, well, November 95 was quite wet too. September 95 was pretty wet as well. So very, very strange, you know, how we had that extraordinarily hot, dry summer of 1995, a proper drought, within all of that wet, all of those wet conditions. We've got November 1960 to April 1962 showing up with 1,786 millimeters. Then we've got a year that isn't included, July 1872. December 1873. We've got September 2013 to February 2015. That, of course, includes that horrible winter 2013-14. Then we've got quite a few years that aren't included. 1853 to 1854, 1912 to 1914, September 1846 to February 1838, July 1768 to December 1769, July 1882 to December 1883, and 1774 to 1775, 1775. Then we've got another year that we are including in our analogues. We've got, well, it will be a year, it will be a summer. So we've got July 1953 to December 1952. We've got 1930 to 1932, that's not included. We've got 1966 to 1967. And we've got 2008 to 2009, May 2008 to October 2009. So, just to sum up, the summers that we are including within this summers for an exceptionally wet 18-month period will be summer 2021, will be summer 2001, will be summer 2002, will be summer 1976, it will be summer 1962, it will be summer 2015, it will be summer 1953, it will be summer 1968, and it will be summer 2010. Thank you so much to Shryan for working all of that out. Thank you so much, Shryan. Unbelievable, my friend. Thank you so much. For that, and for the table as well, explaining it all. Right, so let's have a look at some summer analogues then. That's what we're here for, isn't it? So all these summers are following exceptionally wet 18-month periods from 1950 onwards. We're starting with 1953. So the summer of 1953 is unsettled, actually, with low pressure through much of Western Europe. A bit cool as well, I think, with this summer. The jet stream going down here, so a rather cool and wet summer there in 1953. We've got 1962 showing up as our next summer. This one with deep trough of below average heights, low pressure across much of Europe. There is a little bit of blocking that's in evidence as well up toward the polar region. Because you know what happened in the winter that followed this summer. Anyway, it's a cool, it's not overly wet summer actually, I think, because the trough is centred across much of northern Europe. So the summer of 1962 isn't that wet. It is, you know, unsettled, definitely, but the main thing is just it's a very cool summer. A lot of northerly winds, very depressed temperatures. I think the highest temperature throughout the whole summer is in September, actually, at around 27 degrees only. I mean, if we had a summer like that, it would be a real shocker, wouldn't it, after all of the hot temperatures we've had over a recent summer. So a cool and rather mixed summer, or I should say a very cool, possibly quite cold and mixed summer for 1962. We've got 1968 next as our next summer, following an exceptionally wet 18-month period. This one's quite mixed. It does have high pressure to the north and low pressure to the south. So a lot of easterly winds with this summer, but generally quite cool, quite unsettled, often quite rainy. Not as cold as 62, but it's another one of those pretty poor 1960s summers. As I always say, in the 1960s, many of the winters were very cold, including the daddy of cold winters, 62, 63, of course, and many of the summers were really poor as well. So it's just a generally cold decade, you know, whatever season you're talking about. We have quite a long gap then to 1996. So the next 18-month, very exceptionally wet period, summer following that, is the summer of 1996, following that period from 1994 to 1996. And this summer is mixed. It has high pressure out in the Atlantic, low pressure's away to the north as well, and also to our south and southeast. So in the summer of 1996, we get a bit of everything really. It's one of those summers. I quite like that summer. I have fond memories of it because there's something for everyone. So it does have quite frequent, very hot spells, and temperatures into the low to mid 30 Celsius. It also has cool spells as well, you know, days that are really quite chilly. It has days that are very wet. It has quite a bit of dry weather in between the wet periods, but some really classic thunderstorms and whatnot too. Now, I have fond memories of the summer of 1996, something for everyone in that summer. Then we've got the two overlap periods. So we've got the summer of 2001 showing up next. This one with a lot of low pressure to the north and winds in off the Atlantic. So that's quite a mixed summer, but does have some warm, humid spells as well. Does have a few little heat waves. And then we've got the summer of 2002, the second part of the overlap period. And again, this one's quite mixed with low pressure in the Atlantic into Western Europe. Higher pressure is towards Scandinavia, and winds regularly coming up from like a southerly or a southeasterly direction with that summer. So again, it's mixed, but it's quite warm, and does have one really big heat wave at the end of July 2002. We got summer 2010, classic front-loaded summer, this one, with higher pressure out in the Atlantic and away to our east as well, and lower pressure then is across central eastern parts of Europe. So this has a very hot and dry start to summer. June 2010 is a real dust bowl June. Then we find ourselves going into a wobble in early July, leading, of course, to an exceptionally wet and pretty cool August in 2010 and an early autumn. We got 2015 as our next summer, and this one with low pressure in the Atlantic into northern and western Europe. High pressure is down to the south, and of course winds coming in southwesterly direction. Pretty poor summer for 2015, but with one really impressive heat spike that occurs at the end of June and into the start of July. And in fact, many of the summers recently have had these very dramatic heat spikes, you know, where we spike the temperature in a couple of days to around, let's say, 37, 38 degrees. Of course, got 40 degrees in summer of 2022, but that was a sustained hot summer. Anyway, this is the first one, really, but does have a dramatic heat spike. Just one, and I say it occurs on the first day of July 2015. When it goes, it's gone, and the rest of the summer is pretty cool and quite, you know, quite mixed as well throughout most of the summer. But it is notable, summer of 2015, for being the first summer that contains a dramatic heat spike. And then we got the summer of 2021. Now, this one is a backloaded summer. Talking about a front-loaded summer a moment ago, but it's a classic backloaded summer. It has high pressure overall over and to the north of the country, and winds coming in from an easterly direction there. Now, the thing about, and you don't really get it from the analog, the thing about that summer is that it has quite a cool and wet June in 2021, quite a mixed start to the summer, following on from a cold spring, of course. It gets progressively better and drier and warmer as the summer goes on, culminating in a pretty warm and dry August, and also a very warm, very hot September in 2021. So that's the last summer. Putting all that together, this is how all Junes combined then are looking following so this is how all Junes combined are looking with summers following exceptionally wet 18-month periods. And actually we have an anticyclonic signal to start off. So a lot of big Junes seem to have quite a bit of high pressure across the northern and also western parts of Europe as well. Low pressure is down to the south, so a relatively warm, dry signal to start us off. However, look what happens in July. It all starts to break down in terms of the high pressure. So the ridge tending to pull out into the Atlantic, trough of below average height sets up across the north and also the west of Europe, including the jet stream going down here somewhere. Now, a lot of these summers are seeing the deterioration from a warm, dry June to a cooler, wetter July, and it gets even worse as we get through into August. Now, all August combined are looking with deep low pressure across many parts of Europe, really covering much of Europe, but particularly Western Europe. There is some high pressure towards Scandinavia, would imply quite a lot of easterly winds. They can be quite warm easterly winds, but I think overall that is a pretty cool and wet signal there for both July and August. And then this is how all summers combined are looking following exceptionally wet 18-month periods from 1950 onwards. And of course, we see a trough of below average heights across much of northern and western Europe. Higher pressure is out of the Atlantic. Wind flow coming in like that. Don't forget, it does contain a warmer, drier signal for June. But overall, both summers, a lot of them anyway, are looking pretty poor. Yeah, so despite, you know, following very wet 18-month periods, it looks as though many of both summers continue to be really quite unsettled as well. Oh dear. Probably not the news people want to hear. Never mind, it's just one update. We're done. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you so much to Shryan for getting all of that together for us. Thank you so much to Shryan Brown. Thank you so much to Richard Traw as well for our amazing number 2024 updates gift. Thanks to Terry as well, being the guiding hand on the shoulder. You know, hashtag Team Gav always does a fantastic job. Thank you so much to Terry, Shryan, and also to Richard. Right, so that's it for the 6th summer update. If you've got any questions about this one, then please fire away on our live stream this evening. We will be live streaming our 10 to 14 there at 6 PM, and within that, we will be including plenty of long range as well. Okay, so you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I shall see you later on for our live stream and for the 6th summer 2024 update from GavsWeatherVids. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.